So, our early prelims. We have got 3 fights. Okay. Yeah, they're good fights. One debut. I think that's our sole debut of the. Oh no, we got two for the whole card. So this is our first happening on the early prelims, where we kick things off with the welterweight. We have Jeremiah Wells against Myktybek Orolbai. Okay, so let's take a look. Myktybek Orolbai. All right, he's 28, 5'10", 74-inch reach. He's got an overall pro record of 16-2-1. In the UFC, he is 5-1. He went 3-0 in the LFA. He's on a 3-fight win streak. Alright, so he made his debut, right, all the way back on the 18th of November 2023. He actually made his debut against recent sensation, right? Recent hometown hero, Uras Medek, right? So Orolbai won in the second round with a neck crank. From there he beat Elvis Brenner via unanimous decision. He lost a fight of the night with Mateusz Rebecki. That was a split decision. But that was it, right? That was his sole loss. He bounced back with a Kimura in the first over Tufik Musavev. Then Jack Hermansson, first round knockout. A unanimous decision over Chris Curtis was his last victory. That was on the 14th of March 2026 this year. Yes. So, I mean, just from those fights alone, you can see that Orolbai, right? He can win via knockout. He can win via submission. So, yeah, I mean, he's impressive, right? Orolbai is most definitely impressive, right? And I think early on, right, there's a lot of fights, closer to home. But which, when you look at those kind of fights, it's hard to know the quality of the fighters. But, he then fought on a lot of US cards, right? He came to the LFA. And, yeah, he was very impressive in the LFA. Won his first via decision, the next two via knockout. Right, then he comes to the UFC. He's had a couple of submissions, and he's had a couple of knockouts. So that is the thing, right? He's an impressive fighter, but will he do the same in this challenge where he goes up against Jeremiah Wells, who is 11 years the senior, right? Wells is 39, he's 5'9", and he has a 74-inch reach. So, yeah, they've got the same reach. Orolbai is just an inch taller. Okay, so Wells' pro record, he's 13-4-1. In the UFC, he's 5-2. Right, he's coming in off of a win in his last outing. Right, so record-wise, they're very similar. Right, very similar. Wells went 3-1-1 in Cage Fury Fighting Championships. Last time out, we saw him get a decision over Fayemba Gumbai. right? That was the 1st of November last year, which broke a 2-fight skid. Right, so that was a good thing for him, potentially fighting for his contract that night. Right, he came to the UFC on the 26th of June 2021. So actually, I think that was before Orolbai, right? Because Orolbai came in 2023. So yeah, Wells, he came in. Then he got a second round knockout over Wally Alvarez. He then fought Mike Mafia, right? Caught him with a rear naked. Then he knocked out Court McGee in the first, and the sub was in the first as well. Had a split decision over Matthew Simmonsberger. Then, right, he lost to Colson Harris, got caught with an anaconda in the third, and Max Griffin beat him via a split decision. So, yeah, I mean, Wells he's powerful, right? Very powerful, very stocky, and he can knock you out, right? Now, there's the rear naked, and he had two other rear nakeds in his pro career, too early on. But I think it's probably fair to say with Wells that, yeah, he's more down to knocking you out if he can. And so the thing separating them both, because they both have knockouts, right? They both have subs. I'd say Orolbai has more subs, right? Orolbai is probably more of a threat on the ground. But yeah, both dangerous on the feet, for sure. All right? For sure. Which just makes this an interesting bout, people. It really does. I think I'm throwing my hat on Orolbai, but it's a great way to start the night. Right, we then stick with the welterweights. We have Neil Magny against Ramiz Brahimaj. So, yeah, Ramiz Brahimaj, he's 33, 5'10", 72-inch reach, 13-6 overall. Okay, comes out of Travis Luter MMA. Okay, right, in the UFC, he's 5-4. He is coming in off of a loss in his last outing. Okay, he was 4-2 in the LFA. Right, so we last saw him on the 21st of February this year. He lost to Puna Soriano. He made his debut, right? Made his debut all the way back on the 7th of November 2020, right? He was meant to be on the Contender series, right? Meant to be on the Contender, but he got a call to come to the UFC instead. And, well, I think he got injured, right? I think he got injured, essentially. So, yes, took a minute, but he finally came, right? Now, his next fight was against Sasha Palanikov, where he won with a first round rear naked. He lost a unanimous decision to Court McGee. Bounced back with a win over Michael Gilmore. Caught him for a first round rear naked. He lost a decision to Fimba Garumbe. He then came back, beat Mickey Gall, first round knockout. Billy Ray Goff, first round sub guillotine. And then he beat Austin Vanderford via second round guillotine. Right, a few months later. And then is the loss to Puna. Alright, so yeah, I mean his record is it's a little up and down. Right? It is a little up and down. But he is tough. Right? He is for sure tough. Is he tough enough for the challenge? Right? That is always the question, right? Always the question. And Saturday's challenge is the Haitian sensation Neil Magny. He's 39, 6'3", 80-inch reach, an overall record of 31 and 14. Okay, so he's 24 and 13 in the UFC. All right, now, yeah, so last time we saw Magny, he was, getting caught with an anaconda in the first round, right? Yaroslav Amosov, right? That was the 13th of December, 2025. But, right, he was on a 2-fight streak, should I say. He beat Jake Matthews with a DAS in September 2025. In August 2025, he stopped Elise Zaleski das Santos in the second round with ground and pound. Right, so yeah, that was his 2025. 2 wins and a loss. Yeah, it could be worse, right? Yeah, I mean, when you think about Magny, he's fought everyone, right? The up-and-comers. So there's Carlos Pratas and Michael Morales, right? He, got stopped by both in the first. Pratas with a left hook. Morales with first round ground and pound. Ground and pound. He beat Mike Malott. Right, that was Malott's first loss. Man, and Malott was looking so good in that fight, but Magny, he don't really get tired. You know what I mean? Don't get tired and he can put it on you. And that's what we saw in that fight. That was very impressive, right? He's fought Ian Machado Garry, Carlos Prodes, Michael Morales, right? Gilbert Burns, Shavkat Ramonov. I mean, right? Boy. All of them fighters just straight up legit. But that's the thing, like, Magny has fought basically everyone. He's been able to get victories on a lot, right? On a lot of those decisions, and he made his UFC debut all the way back, right? All the way back on the 23rd of February 2013. He beat John Manley via unanimous decision. Right, and that was coming off the back of season 16, The Ultimate Fighter. Right? Woo! I think Magny got to the final. Right? I think he got to the final. He lost to Mike Ritchie. Right? Got caught with elbows. So, right, yeah, that was the end of Magny's stint. But as you see, he's been around for so long. Solog fighting everyone, the up and comers, the vets. You know, Magny will go in there against you all. Ah, man, this is a very intriguing matchup, right? Very intriguing matchup. I think I'm taking Ramiz, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Magny won, right? Because Magny's just a dog. Oh, just a dog in there, people. You know, it is very, very impressive. So our final fight on the early prelims, we have light heavyweights. Yes, we have Rafael Tobias against Lucas Fernando. Oh gosh, sorry people. So Rafael Bipolar Tobias, he's 23, 6'2", 74.5-inch reach, 14-2 overall record. Okay, he's coming off a loss in his UFC debut. Okay, so he won his contract on the Contender Series, right? Season 9. So that's the 23rd of September last year. He caught Yair de Olivia with a rear naked in the first round. His debut was against Dayar Nuragomahai, right, who fought the other week. He lost a unanimous decision. That was on the 7th of March this year. All right, when we look at his record, he's, you know, stopped someone with leg kicks. And he's had arm triangles, guillotines, rear nakeds. You know, he's definitely versed in the gown game. In the ground game, right? He knows his way around a submission, right? I mean, he won't mind punching you in the face, but yeah, he does like a submission. Okay, now he is going up. Oh gosh. Sorry, people, man, I'm just, bit zonked, it would seem. Yes, he is going up against Lucas Fernando. He's 29, 6'3", 81.5-inch reach. Boy, okay. He is 13-3 overall. Making his UFC debut. He's on a 4-fight win streak right now. Okay, he fought 9 times for the LFA, won 8, losing just once. He did fight on a Contender. It didn't quite go his way, that one. You know, but hey, he made it though. Right, he made it through hard work on the regional scene, which is always impressive, right? He lost in the Contender Series, went back to LFA, lost his belt, right, to Azmat Bekov, a unanimous decision loss, but then won 2 fights. 2 decisions. That got him back to a title. He knocks Philip Latu out in the first round. And then defends the belt against Leon Soares. He got another first round finish. So, very impressive there. very, very impressive via Fernando. You know, when we look at his overall record, you know, he's won other belts, right? Which is good. He can knock you out, right? He does have a few subs. Rear naked does seem to be his favorite. So yeah, I mean, this is a dangerous cat, but it always gets dangerous when you step up, right? When you step up and you make the right calls, then you could be in trouble if you've been doubting yourself. Feel me? So, yeah, some very interesting matchups, right? Very interesting matchups. I know what you want to do about those. Whew, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Well, you know, these early prelims, you know what they do? They take us to the prelims proper. Alright? But, yeah. So much going on, people. So much going on. How are your predictions for the earlies?